So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to show you a little drawing I made that talks about the differences between a traditional dedicated hosting environment and a private cloud hosting environment, and can also illustrate how you migrate from one to the other. So what we have here in the first diagram on the left is your traditional hosting model. We start with the internet and we come into the data center providers, core edge routers. And this whole environment here is contained in one data center. We come through from the internet to the core routers to the edge firewall. Now this is a firewall that's dedicated to your environment and protects everything beyond the internet from the internet. And we've got a whole slew of servers here. We've got a couple web servers, we've got an Active Directory server, we've got an app server, a CRM server, and we've got another Active Directory server, because you always have to have two. Now if we look at this environment, we can follow this down here. We've got another firewall, and we've got a private segment here, and we've got two database servers. So this would be a good environment where you have high security concerns, say PCI, HIPAA, anywhere that you have to keep your database segregated. So this could be Oracle, this could be Microsoft SQL, any type of your large database environments where you have a clustered database. So if we look at this here, we've got our couple web servers. Now these two Active Directory servers, they're probably not doing a whole lot. This app server, it might be a little busy, but we've got two web servers taking some of the load for that. And we've got our CRM application. Let's say, for instance, in this case, the CRM application is only used by one department. It's low utilization. So we've got several servers here that are probably pretty well underutilized. So this is the type of environment where consolidating all of these servers is an excellent candidate for private cloud. So if we move over to this next diagram, we've got a very similar setup. We've got our internet coming into our data center through our core routers to our edge firewall. And then we've got these two boxes here. Now what we've got here, now we start getting into our private cloud. So our private cloud really encompasses a lot of the resources that are right inside of here. So we've got a couple of servers here, our private cloud servers. You could also look at these as hypervisors. We've also got some shared storage here. And what this allows us to do is we've sized out this hardware here to be able to take all of these servers here and consolidate them down into these servers here, utilizing the private cloud technologies. And we still have our dedicated database environment. We still have another firewall. We have a private segment. So we still maintain our high level of availability for the database environment, our high level of security, data segregation, role segregation, but we're also consolidating down into a smaller footprint for our private cloud. And if we ever need to add additional resources, we can add additional storage here, we can add additional hypervisors, and we simply add it on into the private cloud and expand out the private cloud. And we can even move resources around. We can move from this server to this server. If this server is using a lot of resources and this server is underutilized, with private cloud technologies, we can just simply move resources around. We can even move resources around to this new server. It's very flexible.